Okay, and welcome back. And now we're going to talk about building a backlink strategy. So let me tell you a little story. Now, once upon a time, in the early days of exploring backlink world, I used to believe in the spray and pray method for backlinking. I'd reach out to a plethora of websites, hoping that someone, anyone for that matter, would link back to me. So now I'm sure you can guess how that turned out, right? Now, spoiler alert, not too great. So that's when I realized the value of a strategy, and I haven't looked back since. So now the first thing that you need to do is to do a little bit of competitor analysis before you even think about doing backlinking. Don't think of it as being a pain in the butt work. Think of it as like doing a little detective. It involves doing a deep dive into your niche and to your competitors and looking at their backlinks and trying to figure out where they're coming from. And in some cases, you could even nab some of their backlinks, steal them. Now, don't worry, it's not as tricky as it sounds. There are numerous tools to help you with this task. Tools like SEMRush, Moz, Ahrefs. That's just to name a few. Now, I can recall my first encounter with some of these tools. And I felt like a kid in a candy store with all that information at my fingertips. Now, who would have thought that competitive spying would have been so fun and legal, too? So let me show you how to do a little bit of analyzation. And I'll try to use free tools, okay? I do have some paid tools as well, and I'll share some of that with you. Okay, let's start with a little Google search, okay? Let's say that you want to be a plumber, okay? So it depends on where you are. Right now, I am in Milford, Connecticut, so I don't have my geolocator plugged in, so it's going to just recognize me as being in Milford, Connecticut. But I could just put in here plumber, because I want to be a plumber. Now, you can see when you first type in plumber that you have this section of the results right here. This is called the search engine result pages, or SERPs. And right at the top is you're going to have what's called the Google guarantee, and it is going to give you different people that are plumbers that have a Google guarantee, which means Google will guarantee their work. And this is a benefit to be on, because it also guarantees you leads, because you won't have to pay, and this is advertising, so you won't have to pay unless you actually get a lead. Now, these are also sponsored spots right here. This is Angie's List, and this is Yelp, and this is Better Business Bureau. Now here we start with the results, and this is what people like to see. Now here you have a sponsored ad at the top of the Google Maps, and these are the first top 3 plumbing companies at the top of the search engines. Now, as you can see right here, they've all got pretty good scores as far as people that are reviewing them. So this one has 56, this one has 468, this one only has 11. But basically, you want to be in a search engine results pages. Now, you go down further here, and you can see other websites, right? The City and Health Cooling, Rapsling Plumbing, Rick's Plumbing. Now, this is Wikipedia. This isn't a plumbing site, but this is where you want to show up at the top of the SERPs. Now, these are the people that you're competing with. Now, how do you find out what kind of domain authority they have? Well, remember before I talked about Ahrefs. Now, that is a paid service, but here they have a free backlink checker, ahrefs.com/backlink-checker. Okay, that's the URL right there. And this is the backlinks checker. Now, all you would have to do basically is go back here to your Google search, and you could take this URL. So if you right mouse click and you copy the link address here, and you go back over to Ahrefs, and you can just paste it in there, and then you can hit check backlinks. And you got to verify that you're human. Now, as you can see here, they have a domain rating of 11. Which is not a very high domain authority, but it's got them good enough to be up into the top of the search engine. So this person is number 1 in the search results, right? And they only have a domain authority of 11. So if you keep going down and you click on Rhapsody Plumbing, copy their link address, go over here, get out of that, paste in that address right there, check out the backlinks. You can see that they have a domain rating of 4.2. So what does this tell you? This tells you that you don't have to have a very high domain authority in order to rank in the top of the search engine results pages. You just need to get there. So just know that when you first start a website, Google basically sandbox your website for the first 90 days. That, you know, they're not going to rank you for anything. Google doesn't know you. They don't trust you. You know, you're brand new on the block. It's like this new kid coming to school. Nobody knows who you are. They look at you. They check you out. They check and see what you do. You know, is this somebody I want to hang out with or not? So just know that right from the beginning, that if you start a brand new website, it's going to take a while for you to start ranking in the search engine results pages. And once you get out of that sandbox, it isn't going to take you very long to get up to a domain authority of 4 or 11. Now let's take a different niche. Let's talk about injury lawyers. So if we go back to the Google here, let's put in injury lawyer. Okay, again, you're going to see at the top, these are the guaranteed results, Google guarantees. This is a sponsored ad, this is a sponsored ad, and now we come up to the top domains of the maps, and we have Connecticut Post here, which this is a lawyer's website, Justia, personal injury lawyers. Okay, this is like the first one that comes up, but as you can see, you have some at the top of the search. So if you copy this website here, copy the link address, and you go over to Ahrefs and you paste that in. We don't want the maps. We just want cartomario.com. And we check the backlinks. Or domain authority, I should say. Now, as you can see, they have a domain authority of 29. And their backlinks are 5,100 backlinks. So even though their domain authority is at 29, which isn't very good for a law firm, look how many domain backlinks that they have. Now let's go to check out that website that's at, the first one here. Let's check out this one. Let's copy that link address and let's go here. Look at the domain rating, 89. Now that's more like it for an injury lawyer, but they've only got 26 backlinks. But you got to remember that the URL, look at the URL here. This is the real website. This is just an extension of the website. So if I go here and I take out this is just going to give it the raw website. So let's check this again. So as you can see, they have 4.9 million backlinks. Okay, so what does that tell you? Right? That tells you it depends on what niche you are as to how many backlinks you're going to need, how much of a domain authority you're going to need to even compete with other websites. So now once you've analyzed your competitors and you see that their backlink profile and get a realistic game plan in your mind, then you can start looking for backlink opportunities. So this is after you build your website, you create your content, and now you're going to start looking for backlink opportunities. Now just think about this as if you were a fitness coach and you want to get a backlink from a gardening center. Well, that might not hold as much value in Google's eyes as it would if you link to another health or wellness website, right? So it's crucial to find websites within your niche to try to get backlinks from. The reason is they're going to be more relevant and consequently more valuable. Now, while I was digging into my competition's backlink profile, I just happened to stumble across a website that was right up my alley. It was relevant to my niche, had a high DA score, and to top it off, they linked to a lot of other similar sites like myself. And then that takes us back to the next part, backlink-worthy content. But now before we dive into that, take a moment just to pat yourself on the back, okay? You've come a long way already, believe it or not. So keep going, and soon you're going to become the backlinking superstar that you were meant to be. We'll see you in the next video.